Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacob, and here we are at the beginning of the month, which means the first Monday of every month is an MRE adventure. I have gone out and purchased some Canadian MREs. I guess they're called IMPs in Canada, the individual meal package. They do meet all NATO standards. These ones I understand are made in 2019. I'll figure that out when I open it if that's the case. And they have a 3-year shelf life, so they're pretty much out of date, which is seems to be quite common with MREs. I do have some concerns about the Canadian palette. It seems a bit questionable. There are many different menus, so I don't know which one this is. I will try and run a list of the menus off to the side here so that people can see it, if I'm successful. We do have a breakfast, which is a beans and wieners, a lunch, which is poutine, and I think that's beef and vegetable stew for supper. I think they overlap. You know, you can have beans and wieners for breakfast or lunch, and poutine for lunch or supper. I imagine that if you're really hungry, you can have whatever meal you want, whenever you want. However, these are 12 to 1400 calories each. So even if you screw up, you can still have 3600 kilocalories for the day, which is within NATO recommendations. Like I said, I don't think too much about the Canadian palette. I mean, it reminds me of a movie I saw once, and it looks sort of like this.
How about some more beans, Mr. Taggart?
I'd say you've had enough.
Are your soldiers inside a confined environment? Should probably be considered. But the first test is, are they waterproof? As I have said, I've read that they're resealable and waterproof. We'll judge that shortly. However, we also have to see if they fit into the butt pack. They seem kind of large. The answer is no. You would not be able to get a full 24 hours of meals into the German butt pack. I imagine if you took them apart, stripped them, you could, I imagine. However, in their packaging, the answer is no. Now, let's have a look at the beans and wieners. So they have some sort of plastic liner in these bags. I don't know if I would go as far to say they were resealable though. That looks like it's not possible. They might be water resistant, probably not resealable. These look like really old MRE packaging, like from the 70s. We have a spork. We have compressed napkin. Do not eat, just add water. I'm curious. Does that really say compressed napkin? It says compressed napkin, do not eat, just add water. We have regular napkins, or is that hygienic paper? I don't know. A beverage bag. sport drink or coffee line on there. We have grape sport drink, strawberry jam, MRE performance bar. This packaging looks like it's straight out of the 70s, but that doesn't really matter. It's the contents that matter. Peanut butter, hamburger bun. This did say beans and wieners, didn't it? Ooh, Red Hot. This Red Hot original cayenne pepper sauce. Starting to think there might not be a whole lot of flavor without that. Matches, non-waterproof, but at least there's matches. Sweet and creamy Nescafe. Instant coffee. There seems to be quite a bit more content in that than what you get in Eastern European MREs. We've got some Tic Tacs. Are these? Oh, it looks like they're just plain Tic Tacs. They're not for actual cleaning of the teeth. Apple and brown sugar crunchy cereal. Okay, add hot or cold water to taste. We have a dessert, which is sliced peaches. I should see if there's a best before date on here. There doesn't seem to be. How about this? I don't see a best before date on these. And beans and wieners. Now that we've seen the content, yeah, kind of small contents, I will open this up and have a look at what the meal looks like. I should open these up so that we can see what the packaging looks like. I do have a kettle going because there is no heating element with this. I'm sure I didn't see a heating element in there. So heating up the kettle and we'll heat up the food that way. So Baxter's. Place an unopened pouch in pan of boiling water. What are these? Sliced peaches? I guess if you like warm peaches, you can probably eat them cold just as well. And more Baxter's. Yeah, there's no no best before date on these. Cooking instructions, not applicable to fruit. Okay, so you don't cook the fruit. Same instructions. Do not use if pouch is damaged. So the food itself is waterproof, but it doesn't appear that the components that hold it do. And your matches would probably get ruined, and that appears to be about the only things. I guess Tic Tacs might be susceptible. But again, we'll heat it up and have a look. Well, here we are with the meal in all its glory. Let's be polite about this. This is a mess to open. The peach juice, there's lots of it, gets everywhere. Everything about this is a mess. Maybe I'm just having a bad night. The grape juice looks, it looks really dark. I'm assuming it's good. This is that napkin that you just add water to. I'm going to give that thing credit for being innovative. The peanut butter is hard to get out of the package. It's going on this 1970s hamburger bun. The jam looks questionable. It's runny and hard and granular. The bar smells good. Can't describe what it looks like because I don't think I've seen anything else that looks like that. The beans and wieners smell like beans and wiener. The peaches, they look like garden slugs, and really they're messy. You would think that just opening up a plastic bag with sliced peaches in it would be easy, but it was a mess. And the hamburger bun, I don't know, it's made out of some sort of yellowy colored bread. No idea. So I will give this a try. And oh, by the way, I added milk because I'm not too into water and cereal. So I added milk to the cereal. I'll give this a try and let you know what I think. Well, I've consumed that meal. It was interesting. Without question, it was the messiest MRE I've ever eaten. I might just be having a bad day, but it was really, really messy. I mean, peach juice everywhere, peanut butter everywhere. Really, really messy. I do have the beans and wieners package here because I want to point out, yes, that is my dog whining in the background. I put the peanut butter in the dog dish, which I happen to be in the way of. But anyway, the sugars are 11 grams. This is 271 grams. So you're looking at roughly 3% sugar, if I did that right. I'm aware that most of my viewers will already know that if you bought a can of beans in a grocery store, they're highly loaded with sugar, and they're one of the most fattening things out there. I guess as far back as I can remember, people have really had a big push on to try and get the sugar out of things like beans and cans of beans and ketchup and things like that. I don't know why you'd want it out of ketchup, but yeah, a lot of sugar in that. That energy bar was no first strike bar. I don't know what it was. Edible. This juice is really quite flavorless. Looks good. They got the color right. Yep, no flavor. What else was there? The peanut butter was difficult to get out. The hamburger bun was questionable. The garden slugs for peaches, they were fine. Just cold, slimy peaches. I have to say that that micro napkin that you just add water to could very well be one of the most innovative things I've seen in a long time. It's durable, and yeah, it worked really well. What else was in that meal? The cereal was very sugary, even though I added milk, but it was good. I think that's it. Overall, these meals are very, very expensive, I guess, depending on which country you are in. As far as flavor goes, it was all right. You know, won't kill you, might even save you. But I'm unlikely to ever pay that for one of those. I mean, you can get the 24-hour ration pack, the Danish 24-hour ration pack for the same price. There was no heater in this. Does have matches. Yeah, it was a meal. That's about all I can say. If you have any comments on this, anything you'd like to see, anything you'd like me to cover, anything you don't like that you'd like me to change, maybe you'd like some format change, please let me know. My email is at the end as always, and you can email me. That's if you want to remain private, or you can leave a message below in the comments. And until next time.